Hi, Brooklyn. How are you doing?
I am doing well this Wednesday or Monday. See, I don't even know what day it is.
Ciao.
I'm doing it's a Monday, and I wish I was in the Big Brother house. So I'm trying to speed things up, I guess, to get through the week.
Understandable. My name's Pharaoh. I'm with the Reality Kingdom. And my first question I have for you today is about the blind side that occurred, child, because when Cedric was voted out, you weren't happy, of course, because you weren't included in the vote or anything. And after that, you were kind of saying a lot of things about Chemo, T-Core, and Joseph. I want to
Mhm.
ask you, why do you feel like you approached the blind side in that way of kind of, voicing your opinions about them?
Hindsight is 2020, right? Like you don't see what you don't know, or you don't know what you don't see. And at that time, I truly thought the Pentagon was still safe, or the
Mm-hmm.
remaining members. I didn't know at the time of Rubina's eviction or hopeful eviction when Cedric went home that Quinn had already backtracked on the Pentagon and threw us under the bus, and he was the one that I should have been mad at. He was still saving face to me and going, "We've got this. I've got my power. I'm going to enact it this week and we're safe," which I was. So I believed him for still quite some days until towards the end of that week when I was like, "Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble." And I was like, "I
Mm-hmm.
think it's your fault." And so, yeah, I wish I might have not been so vocal with my feelings on being backstabbed, but at that point I was like, what do I got to lose? Like,
Mm-hmm.
obviously the game, right? I've got the game to lose because here I am. So it's harder than it looks, and I did my best. I really did. I played hard, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want to be a floater, and so I. It's not like me to just kind of scurry into the background, and sometimes you got to do that in this game, and that's probably where I went wrong.
Yeah, that's fair. Speaking of Quinn, because he's an interesting one, and you kind of been saying like he's one of the best players ever. Like you're gagged a little bit. So I kind of want to ask you, he mentioned to you early on, he's like, I feel like I'm at the bottom of this alliance. We're at the bottom. We were just added in. And then, recently you found out that he flipped on the whole alliance and had told on it damn near that same week, no shade. So, why do you feel like, or did you ever have a feeling that he would do that? And why didn't you think of that when he was
Yeah.
mentioning all of those things to you?
And when he did come to me in the storage room and he's like, we're number 4 and 5. And I was like, I know, I feel the same way. I think I should have done a better job of massaging the fact that I really was locked and loaded in the Pentagon and I believed in it. I
Mm-hmm.
did. I told him, I was like, we can trust each other, and I trust Chelsea and I trust Cedric. He just couldn't get behind it. He was like, his paranoia about it forming before him being asked, and he already had
Mm-hmm.
his hands in so many things. We didn't know he was a part of the visionaries at that time. I obviously should know everybody's got their own game, but we were sitting really pretty, like
Mm-hmm.
being the core of the collective and having that plan. I was like, y'all, this is foolproof. And us five are very neutral as far as like our strengths and weaknesses and what we're good at. It'll be a good five. Like, let's
Mm-hmm.
go. And then may the best man or woman win. But to know that he just didn't trust it is sad, but it still doesn't change my opinion of him. He is playing a great game socially, messy game at it. And he's the big reason I'm talking to you today, but he loves this game. And I admire someone who adores the game, who has respect for the game, was a fan before, will be a fan after. And that, I guess, as a fan, that means more to me than I guess some people. And so I want a fan to win and someone who
Mm-hmm.
played the game. And if a Pentagon member still walks away as a winner, him or Chelsea, I'll be happy.
All right, thank you. So, I have to ask you because you are a super fan of this game, and there are some things you have now, some information you have now in hindsight that you didn't when you were playing. So, what would you change about your game if you could change anything?
Maybe not wear my emotions on my sleeve or my face. Week 4 after Cedric went out the door, I think I could have mitigated that situation a little better but I was truly so caught off guard, and I knew immediately I was going to be blamed for it because Chelsea kind of passed off as I would have voted for Cedric no matter what. I would have thrown him the bone. I just wish I would have told me, that it was Rubina. Cam had been so quiet and was already kind of associated with Cedric, so it wasn't really a big deal. My vote was the big deal because Rubina and Tucker thought I was with them, and Tucker already didn't trust me as much. And so I knew immediately, oh hell, there goes my whole plan. I wish I would have known a little more that the Pentagon had already had the downfall and cracks and all of that. But would I change anything? Maybe just win a competition and not throw the ones that I did because I thought I'd have time to win a few. But other than that, no. I played with my whole heart, my whole butt, and tried to fight as long as I could. And I am. I said it, but I am proud of myself. And it was a dream come true walking through those doors. So it was walk in, don't be the first one evicted, make jury, final five, and win. Those are my five things. Walked in and didn't get voted out first. So
Mhm.
out of the five, not quite what I expected, but still proud.
Yeah, and you should be. You still did a good job. So, of the house guests remaining, who would you say are the three people you feel like are playing the best and why? We kind of already heard about Quinn, so maybe some others. People.
So besides Quinn, Chelsea, I'm gonna give my girl Chelsea
Agree.
Bayham the credit that she deserves. We, as everyone saw, hit it off, and she is my girl, and she's being smart. She is. She is learning when to have a voice and when to lay down and to kind of step back. She can win when she needs to win. She even won on accident. Week two, she didn't want that HOH, but got it, and I think it put her in a good position. And she's being smart right now. And we had that conversation before we left. I said, told Cam take care of her, and we all agreed to take care of whoever was left, the final two, and to just be really smart. And if it meant saying things to Tucker to get on his good graces, do it. Because at that point, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it was basically day one all over again. And there's so much going on every day, every minute. Truly, that house never sleeps.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking with me. It was great talking to you. Hope you have a great rest of your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.